that investors, foreign investors, could be a little bit worried that some states are not in?
No. No, foreign investors, they are the least discriminatory in their attitude. They will invest everywhere. I think they even doesn't care whether you're Pakatan or non-Pakatan. They will invest everywhere. Their bottom line is quite clear cut, so you don't have to worry about it. But the idea is they want a center. For example, most international investors will like to have an office in London. They will have to have an office in New York. There must be good reason for it. That means this is where the center that happens. So we would like people to have an office in Selangor. Of course, because of some experience I have, they wanted me to also to look for them so that I can work with them to look at ASEAN. They wanted us to look in ASEAN to become a stepping stone to China and India. So it's a bigger version of that. But the one to provide the facilities and the infrastructure will be in Selangor. So Selangor moves from only land-based, real estate-based, to also investment, financial-based activity. So we are moving ourselves on the higher level, and they recognize that.
See, crime is a big thing in Selangor, and nowadays people are also afraid to be their own of their houses. So the state government doing anything?
Oh yes, the state government, of course, the word yes is okay, but they've gone through the process of getting the Commissioner of Police of Selangor to give the EXCO the briefing and the issues and the problem of the state. Mind you, I think you must remember this. For example, like Klang. The economy of Klang is equivalent to the economy of the whole of Negeri Sembilan. But the number of police force in Negeri Sembilan is 3 or 4 times the number of police force in Klang. So that's the truth. So now what are our options? To create another force? That is not. It's unconstitutional. It cannot be done. Okay? And also we don't want to bear the cost of all this. So we are working with the to create this people's community-based what they call vigilante, but that needs to go through the process. So I'm really hoping that we will come out with next year a budget on how to be part of helping the state in terms of ensuring security for the families and the community. We have not get the answer, but there is a lot of discussion. In fact, in the speech by the Sultan to the Dewan Undangan Negeri, he spent at least 2.5 pages on the need to have this security. So it's a very important agenda, but it is not as easy, because in fact to train a police force is require a 6-month at least training before this man can be recruited and on the beat.
So watching on your billboard in SS2PJ, some leaders said previously the previous state government they had the contact numbers of these elected reps.
Yeah, but I don't think I want to be on the board all the place. Sometimes I am complaining. But I also felt the billboard is so much unnecessary. Because, no, if Menteri Besar give his contact number, do you think he can contact the Menteri Besar? Yes, he can contact 1 or 2. If 300 people, then it's gone. So we should give the real number. And then we also must get into the private sector, and the numbers, the calling of that must be taped. It must be taped for reference, and then it must be checked. So a lot more to be done. A lot more to be done. I think having a picture of Menteri Besar and giving his personal phone number doesn't solve a problem, because he can't. The truth, he can't.
What will be your cost-cutting measures then?
We will say how that we make sure the Rakyat has adequate food, adequate resources. It's more than just cutting costs. Cutting costs for the people who earns $800. Cutting costs is they will look at us and say, you come from a wrong planet suggesting this. No, the cutting costs is not the way to do it. So we may have to create certain level of interjection to this. It's not the straight line. This is not a straight line measure, because if you are talking about different classes and different, this is not a straight line measure. That's why we take a bit of time. We stand back and how we see the situation, and then we adopt different strategies for that. We are not going to be caught in the action of the federal government, who has decided on a big picture and then paint a small picture and we join in. I think it's really, it couldn't be done. It couldn't. I would have said this is not the way to do it. I would have said they should have reversed it and coming back with a new way of looking at it. Yeah.